This is a base with a square root of 3 gap and square root of 3 gapping, which is exactly 1.73205080757 meters. This is brought to you by one of the top 5 Rust builders, P-Cosmic. And we're going to show you how to do it in this nice triangle footprint base here. It's going to be super nice and super easy. Go ahead and check P-Cosmic stuff out if you want. And again, it's going to be very nice and very easy. As you can see, half gap is 1.5 meters and square root of 3 gap is 1.73205080757 size gap. So what this means is we could do this in different footprints, such as the solid triangle like this. One of these very weird footprints that I don't know the name of, with a equally as weird shell. Or we could do it in an egg base footprint like this, and you could do the egg base without the honeycomb, or remove that triangle and add the honeycomb like this, and then you could have a nice floor stack shell egg base. And again, this is not a half gap, but a bit bigger than a half gap. And I suck at egg bases as well because they get too huge. And so we're going to show you how to do it in the all triangle version, but you can use it like this. And as with all P-Cosmic stuff, the math is mathing, and it's super nice and super easy. We'll go ahead and do a little base tour and then show you how to do it. A little base tour on the solid triangle square root of 3 gap, and we just have a nice standard airlock right here, and with the Petrichos on each side. And now you just use these little stone barricades to break this away. That way you don't have any stability to place these. So it's just a bit harder for nakeds to jump up inside of your little mini China wall, and then you could also get little mini gaps right here to beam people through. And that's just one nice thing. And this is all symmetrical, with the exception of 2 decoy externals with a mini gap right there, and 1 is actually on the base. And then 2 are not on the base. And then when you come in here, we just have it pretty much as small as the core can get, a solid Triforce mini starter base here that you can obviously do whatever you want. And the core is just you don't even really need to worry about the upkeep. It means absolutely nothing. And then it's all symmetrical, except for this part right here. You don't need a floor right there. You could use furnaces, because floor is going to be hard to jump up. But then once you have this, you just have a nice open deployable room. And then you could use ladder hatches right here for some nice angles. But even if the ladder hatch is broken, there's still a gap, so they can't actually crawl up through here. And that's on all 3 sides, watching the doorways. And then of course that's just a nice open activity room, mixing tables, whatever you want. And then on your little mini shooting floor, you have angles on all 3 of the gatehouses, a little mini bedroom in here with the Triforce core, and again all inside the China wall, direct line of sight on the entrances there. And then you hop up to the roof, and you just have a bunch of these either sideways Petrichos right here, angles outside there, more sideways Petrichos, 3 turrets right here, and again more sideways Petrichos. And then you have just some whatever random storage up here that you could use, and you can put a shop on each side. It's incredibly small and easy. And then the main upkeep is on the 1 external TC that is connected. So these ones that aren't connected are just laughably about 500 frags, 900 stone. And then the main upkeep one is around 14.5k stone, 9k metal, and only 8 HQM. So this is really low HQM. You could bring those down probably about 11k metal, and then maybe 50 HQM if you upgrade the core a bit more. And again, it's super nice and super easy. We'll show you how to do it and build this base. It's super easy to build and do. We're going to start out, of course, with the Triforce footprint as a nice starter base. You could do whatever you want inside of your Triforce core, but we're just going to go ahead and do solid triangle base like this with our TC in the back. And then you could obviously put this on a frame right here, or do a vending machine if the vending machine is working for you. It's not working for me on these build servers, but on officials it probably should be working. And we're just going to start out like that. Very easy stuff here. Maybe put an airlock like that. And then once you are ready to expand, all you literally need to do is you can put a square if you want some more room, but you could just do 2 triangles to line yourself up on one of these standard low wall ones. And you're just going to put a single square and a half wall right here. And all we need is a default blueprint small wood sign. And so we're just going to look right in the corner of this twig right here, and then move all the way down do about right here. It doesn't really matter too much. You can go all the way down here if you want, but one of the better floor stacks is just right around here. And then we're just going to hold Alt, move forward, place that sign there while we're here. And then we move up here, run up against the sign, and then we use a half ball so we could demolish this. And then we're just going to crouch and place a square. And now that's it. That's all you do. And then you just build back right here. And as you can see, we have it floor stacked and quite a large floor stack. You can get a tighter floor stack if you aim lower, but that's all you need to do. And then now you can go ahead and add this, build all the way around here. And seal this up right here. And just like that, you have the square root of 3 gap, 0.1730 something. And that's just how you do it on one of these. Again, very nice and very easy. We'll go ahead and do it on an egg-based footprint real quick, and then we'll come back and expand this. Egg-based footprint, same thing. We're just going to start an egg base however you want to do your egg base. We'll just do it all HQM right here and first floor access. You don't have to. You could floor stack it. You can go up stack 2 layers into a bigger base. But once you need to do that, that's it. You could do the honeycomb or without the honeycomb, but just build out from one side again. 2 triangles, the math is all there, always with P-Cosmic stuff. And then same thing right here. Line up in this corner, go all the way down. We'll try and get it a tighter floor stack all the way down here. Just line up the top of the hollow sight reticle on the top of that corner and then sweep all the way down. And then hold Alt, move forward, place the sign sort of at the bottom so you run into it. And we'll just run up here. I'm supposed to have a TC to demolish that crouch. And then we're good. We'll go ahead and do this again right here. And the egg base gets a full circle footprint. So that's 3 triangles, 1 square, 3 triangles, 1 square, 3 triangles, 1 square. And if you want to add those foundations, or if you have those already, you would just build out and around like this. So those ones could be there. And that's pretty much it. You can make a nice, crazy egg-based shell that's already floor stacked, and you can get a tighter floor stack. Egg base and a circle base, whatever you want to do. Just like that. Very nice and very easy. And we'll go ahead and expand that base. Once you have all your square root of 3 gap foundations upgraded here, we don't want these to decay, so we're going to put one of them on the main shell TC before we do the decoys. We're just going to go out 2 squares, create our airlock here, and then we're going to go out 4 squares and create our external TC. And we could demolish these 4 twig squares and upgrade our little mini gatehouse here. And we could demolish that because we want a sort of decoy coverage here, and we want honeycomb right here, and then a depot drop box area right here. And you could do a shelf in there like I'm doing now, or you could do a window or a double door or whatever. And then you want a ramp, just again for nice decoyness, and then we could just stick that off here. Hopefully. And of course, it wants this to be placed here first, which is super annoying and not very nice and very easy, but you don't have to put the ramp, but we're just going to go ahead and put a ramp there. And we could demolish this ramp, do a mini Patrico gatehouse here, and then put our external TC over here. And we'll just go ahead and speed this up in full stone. And for some reason on the build server, that gives stability to the second one right off the bat, which it shouldn't. But once we have this, we're just going to connect it with this frame right here. And then we're going to create our decoy TCs, just so no one's the wiser. So we're going to go out 8 squares, come back with 4 hexagons right here. I'm going to do square, triangle, triangle, same thing, exact thing right here. I'm going to break all that twig. And then we're going to connect this fake connect with the same thing right here. And again, you don't need to put a shelf there, but we're going to put a shelf there maybe. We could add a shelf later from the outside here. And then that's the decoy connection right there. And then we'll just go ahead and do the external TC, 4 twig, TC right here, double half hole mini Satori disconnectable. We'll go ahead and repeat that one more time. And I'll just, we'll go ahead and do that one more time. I just did the quick build server instant wall gap, so we don't need to do the build out again. But it's just the same 8 square build out. And again, for some reason, it's going to let me, oh, now it's not going to let me do 2. Great build server stuff. And again, you can put a shelf in there, or you could push the gap this way. It doesn't matter too much. And then once we have that, we have all of our decoy external TCs like that. And then we can do our entrances right here. And you can do a window right here, or just a solid wall for the jump up, because you want to bait them inside anyway. Then we can put a frame right here above the airlock. Seal up everything over here. Frame right here. And a frame right here above the airlock. And we'll just go ahead and put one more airlock right here. One more jump up right here. Completely symmetrical here. And then we're just going to do chutes and ladders, or you can do crossover here to jump up, but I just like to do it in the same for the chute. It's to taste. And that floor wasn't supposed to be there. And then we're just going to go ahead and seal this floor in right here. And building very fast. Hop up here to the 3rd floor, and we're just going to seal this up to create our bedroom up here. And then these walls right here. And again, you can do the crossover or the chute. We'll go ahead and do the crossover right here. And you can add a single door for the jump up there. And then for this, we want to go ahead and do the square floor, and then these need to be unskinned sheet metal. And I fell. Those need to be unskinned sheet metal, and then you can place this floor right here. Then we can do windows all around right here. Unskin sheet. Put that floor right there. Then we can place a nice Dorito core, Triforce core bedroom right in here. We can jump up to our roof, seal up everything right here, and don't fall in. And then we could do 3 of these skirt peaks right here. Moving way too fast. It's very late. And then you can obviously hide a locker under there, which is very popular. Or you could put the floor with the turret right there. But we have turret pods over here. We're going to go ahead and do a vending machine right there. And seal this up. Vending machine right here. Seal that up. 3 vending machines. Very nice for a solo to sell all your stuff. And we can add turret pods right here. You could do them 1 floor up or right here, just because it's going to be nice and close. Triangle floor, frame overhanging. just like that. And then we can do a frame off of here to give us our Patricos on each side. And then we could do 2 roof pieces right here to cover the Patrico. And then roof pieces here, roof pieces all around here just to make it look nice and aggressive and like you know what you're doing. And that's pretty much it. We're just going to go ahead and add the China wall right here by going out a single square and 3 triangles right here, and then we can put this frame here to connect them. 5 half walls like this, and that's the connection point so it doesn't decay. And again, roof pieces like that. And you can put this square floor here, this square foundation, and then break it once we have our Patrico gatehouses right here with full wall, half wall, very standard stuff here. And again, I like to do a window right here. This foundation here, window broken right there. That way this doesn't place, and then you could do a low wall right here so that doesn't place. And then you can go ahead and add these little construction stone barricades right here to block this crouch path and give you a little bit of an angle there or something like that. And we can go ahead and repeat that on the other sides. And make sure you add this frame. Make sure you add this frame before you put that foundation with the window right there, just to prevent this from decaying over here. Then we can put that window low wall right there. Break that foundation, and now you can't put a floor right there to hop up. And that was my phone. You heard that? But we'll just go ahead and finish these Patricos real quick here. Patrico gatehouses. Put the window right there. One more. One more. Put the low wall right there. Put these right here. Create some weird little angles, whatever you want to do. And one final gatehouse. And you can put obviously barricades right here. Break those, put one right there. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. The upkeep is not that bad. Very nice for a solo, especially with the mini China wall and 4 TCs. And you can go ahead and upgrade your core, upgrade your bedroom. Everything is accessible, and it's very nice and very easy.